Okay, so I wanted to just share an insight that I just had. Um, so it's about love and updating. Because I've been working on receiving love, feeling a need to balance and be in harmony with what I feel the love that I carry and the love that I am, that I share. I think in another video, well, not I think, I know in another video I was talking about wanting to receive and feel the abundance, basically to feel the love that I carry and that I transmute, because the energy of love is different than the feeling and the emotion. I don't know how to describe it. I've been trying to explain this. Emotion is energy in motion, so it's energy activated. So there's a love energy, and for me, my love energy is pretty philosophical and pretty neutral. And through the filter of my human experience and observation, and just not just human, but just in my exploration of energy and motion, and being interested in the range. Love becomes, it's basically love manifests in different forms, and there's certain, damn it, I really just picked this up to say that I'm upgrading from the idea that common decency is I'm upgrading the idea as common decency being the starting point, bare minimum, to, if someone doesn't have common decency when we're interacting, the humanity, the basic golden rule, then no, they can't. We're not going to be able to interact in a healthy manner for me. And so if it's hard to describe. So basically, it's not a threshold, or it's not a measuring post, it's a requirement. It's a requirement. Common decency is a requirement to be in my life at this point. And that means that it's just a good starting point for relationships. That's what I think. Instead of like, oh, I give this person, some people have a threshold. Okay, so let me just, there's a story. There's people, okay. When I've gone out to a restaurant, or gone out to eat with friends or family, or new people, and the way that somebody that I'm meeting, or if I haven't seen family in a long time or whatever, when I was seeing them, anyways, this is a past story, but seeing the way that they treat someone who is providing a service for them, it's offensive to me, because they're not the one back there cooking. They're not the one who cleans and has to deal with a bunch of different folks like them. And we are all, and people could go, you have a choice, you can go somewhere else. And so there's this choice of, there's the idea of being accountable as adults for the choices that we make, and the choices of our words that come out of our mouth, our thoughts, because that's a different thing. So basically I'm saying, like, I'm trying to say that it's just from a thought the other day, or something that I heard the other day. Humanity is the way to develop. Humanity is a direct being human, and is a direct link to spirituality. And so if it's not, I guess I'm interested in people who are interested in I'm interested in people who are developing intentionally their conscious awareness. They might not call it spirituality, they might not call it metaphysics, and one day we won't. It's just going to be a part of the human experience, which I already feel that it is, right? It's just not particularly common, perhaps, right? I don't know everybody. I don't know, people might be super private in developing their spirituality just like I did, just going about it, because every day and every action for me is that. Every word, every breath, every beat, so so it's just, and for me, I'm just gonna, the reason why the idea of it being common decency being a requirement is because I'm experiencing people that now I've experienced I've been here 48 days here at the shelter. There are people who are disdainful, their staff who are, it's not even nonchalant, it's, in my mind, I'm like, what are you bringing to this? You could be absent, you could be a robot, because at least a robot will be trained to provide, basic things like a towel, or like I don't know how to describe this, right? We'll probably have machines to do it, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want machines to replace people. I want us to be able to, some of us like to be of service, some of us like to be of service in a very physical, tangible way. Some of us like to do it with mind, helping people with their minds, helping people control their own minds and not be controlled, have mind control put on them, right? To be able to, for me, it's emotional regulation, because I am interested in people being able to explore their emotions in a safe way and being able to control, if that's the word. Because I when I think about control, I actually think about mastering. So it goes, it's mastering the emotions. And I talked to somebody about this before, because I'm very emotive in my art. I can express everything. And that is active energy, right? And this is all conscious. The things that are subconscious or unconscious or that come through is just because it's already been practiced or observed or integrated, or it's being channeled. But what else was I gonna say? But yeah, the idea comes from a wound of being so thankful that when somebody's just nice, and it's like it's very in common with the whole sorry. When people don't realize how much they say sorry when there's nothing to be really sorry for, like when people are passing each, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's very similar to that, where I'm so grateful when people are genuine or nice, that it's like it really lifts me up, because I feel like this is the world that I want to create, this is the world that I want to be in, and this is how I am, and this is what I want to express that I'm not able to express as much, because at this point there's a reciprocity. I know my energy now. I know the levels. I know how to, I can read energy better. I always could, but I didn't know that I could. But now I very much understand, and I trust my feelings. That's really difficult, though, in some instances when you're around a lot of people. But I trust my energy enough to step back. I can pause. I'm entitled to step back and reassess. I don't have to engage with somebody right away. Nobody's entitled to my presence, to my body, to my words. So I know how to, take care of myself in that way. So that's basically what I'm saying. It's a self-love thing, it's a self-care thing, and it's a realization from therapy yesterday. It's that, and it has been that way, I just haven't been able to verbalize it. It's just that common decency is no longer the entry point. It's no longer the they have to at least be that, it's a requirement. It's a requirement to be in my life. That's basically what I'm saying. And And then, and then I have to define what common decency is to me, and look up what common decency is to the collective. Look up what it is definition wise on the internet, because the internet is our world wide web, right? It's a collective archive. It's basic, but it's a basic vocabulary. That's what I'm saying. So I'll see about that. But I have an idea for myself what common decency is. It's basically like, these are boundaries. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's a new boundary. It's an upgrade. Okay, bye.